He lost everything, and still chose to walk 60 miles for hope.
After great personal loss, with no protection left in his home city, carrying nothing but hope for a kinder welcome.
10 days, no comfort, no rest, just one purpose.
Every step the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, carried the same quiet purpose, to share a message of peace with new ears.
The town he'd been hoping for. But hope was about to be tested.
After a long journey, the Prophet Muhammad reached the town of Taif, hoping its people would listen where others had turned away.
He asked for just one thing, to be heard. Their answer?
With humility, inviting them toward a message of goodness. But his words were met only with dismissive laughter.
He asked them to simply listen. The first leader's answer stunned him.
The first leader replied, "If God had truly sent you, I would tear away the covering of the Kaaba with my own hands."
The second leader's words cut even deeper. He said, "Could God find no one else to send but you?"
The third leader refused to say much at all.
He said, "By God, I will never speak with you. If you are truly a messenger, you are too great for me to answer. And if you are lying, you are not worth answering."
The door he traveled 60 miles to open shut in his face.
Rejected by their leaders, he, peace be upon him, turned to leave the town.
But leaving wasn't going to be easy either.
The leaders set the town's young men against him, lining the streets as he tried to leave.
One companion stood firm again and again, taking every bit of harm meant for him.
In his darkest moment, one memory gave him strength to keep going.
He remembered a voice from years before, the voice of Khadija, steady and sure.
She had once told him he would never be disgraced, that he kept good relations with his family and stood by them faithfully.
She reminded him that he helped the poor, welcomed guests with generosity, and stood by those in hardship. Her words steadied him now, just as they had then.
Just outside the town, he found a quiet place to rest.
The garden belonged to two brothers from Makkah, who happened to be resting there that day.
The garden he rested in wasn't random. It belonged to who knew him.
It belonged to Utbah and Shayba, distant kinsmen from Makkah, who watched from afar as he arrived, wounded and exhausted.
They sent their young servant with a simple gift.
His name was Addas, a young Christian man who had never met anyone like this before.
Addas had to know who this traveler really was.
He asked where he came from, and the traveler answered simply, "The town of Nineveh."
That one word changed everything for Addas.
Nineveh was the home of the prophet Yunus, and Addas realized this traveler spoke of him as family, as a fellow messenger.
Something small caught Addas completely off guard.
Before eating, he said a phrase in praise of God that Addas had never heard anyone in that region say before.
In that instant, Addas understood exactly who stood before him.
He accepted the message on the spot, his heart moved by a single, unexpected connection.
Even in his hardest moment, he still changed a life.
One soul was gained that day, in the very place he had been rejected the most.
Alone and hurting, he didn't cry out in anger.
He raised his hands toward the heavens and began to speak, pouring out everything he carried. "O Allah, to you I complain of my weakness and my helplessness before people. You are the Lord of the weak. If you are not angry with me, I do not care."
In his darkest hour, heaven itself responded.
A heavenly messenger appeared before him and spoke. "Allah has heard what your people said to you.
If you wish, I will bring the two mountains together over them."
He chose mercy over everything.
No. I hope that Allah will bring forth from their descendants people who will worship none but Him.
He endured mockery and rejection, yet he asked God to guide the very ones who hurt him. That is not weakness, that is unmatched strength of character.
That same night, something remarkable happened, unseen by anyone.
On his way back, he stopped to pray, reciting the Quran quietly under the stars.
He had no idea who was listening that night.
A group of jinn passing by paused to listen, drawn in by the beauty of what they heard.
While a whole town had turned him away that day.
An unseen group of listeners believed that very same night and carried the message back to their own people.
Rejection from one side, acceptance from another.
Even in his hardest hours, the message was still spreading, in ways he could not yet see.
Before he could even reach home, more bad news was waiting.
Word of Taif had already reached the city. Abu Jahl declared that if Taif refused him entry, then Makkah would too.
Finally, near Mount Hira, he found the help he needed.
He asked a passing man to carry a request into Makkah to a respected leader named Al-Mut'im ibn Adi.
The answer that came back changed everything.
Mut'im agreed without hesitation, telling him to come straight to his home, promising his own sons would stand as protection.
That night, he finally walked back into the city he loved.
Under Mut'im's protection, he entered Makkah and went straight to the Kaaba, completing his circuits in peace.
Wounded, but not defeated.
He returned home protected, his resolve unbroken, his mission still ahead.
What Taif refused, Medina welcomed with open arms.
Year after year, more hearts in Medina answered his call, until an entire city stood ready to receive him.
Taif wasn't the end, it was only a turning point.
In the years that followed, new hearts in Medina began to answer his call, until the day finally came for him to migrate there for good.
For the first time, he felt at home.
No cruelty, no fear, just a kindness he had never known since childhood.
This is why his character still moves hearts today.
Patience without bitterness, mercy without weakness. This is the example worth following and the reminder worth carrying forward.